I would definitely say that I've grown a lot as a person, and I've definitely become a lot more independent and overall just a much stronger and better player throughout my 4 years here. I will definitely miss all the friendships I've made and seeing my teammates on a daily basis. So it's going to be hard not to see them every day, but I know I'll always keep in touch with everybody, and I've definitely taken away some lifelong friendships that I'll cherish forever. It's been such an honor to represent the state as well as UH and call myself Rainbow Wahine. And the culture here is just so awesome. Everyone is considered family and treats you like the family members, like our teammates, as if they're your own, and it's just awesome.
After I graduated high school, I actually didn't want to play college at all. And my JC coach, Lisa Camarco, she convinced me to play, and she made me fall in love with the game again, and she told me to come here, and she really helped me choose where I was going to go. It was just a lot of fun. I loved the girls on my team, and I think Hawaii really made me feel at home, and so it wasn't that bad being away from home. I think I'm just going to miss having that immediate family, that family that softball brings you, and all the girls you meet, and just being a family on your softball team.
Yeah, well, in high school, I really wanted to, get off the rock and experience things outside of Hawaii. And I really enjoyed my experience there, but as time went on, I would go to my games and see all my teammates from California, because a lot of them stay in California, be able to go out with their families, and they would come to our games and stuff, and it made me really miss my parents being at my games. And then when I decided to transfer, that was a big factor for me, because I really feel like there's nothing like playing in front of your family and stuff like that, and also my grandparents could see me play and I could be closer to them, so it was a lot based on family for me. My whole thing was to not just go through the motions every day and not really stick to routine, try to enjoy what you're doing, so that when the 4 years comes, you're not like, oh my God, what was I doing for the last 4 years? And then somehow I'm here, there's so many memories along the way that you can look back on. Every senior says that they wish that they could go back, but I really feel like I've lived all 4 years to the fullest, and I tried to take it slow and do things with a purpose every day, and so I'm completely satisfied with my experience, and I always look back with fond memories about it.
I think that softball has always been a tool for me to develop myself into the woman that I am today. The lessons that you learn on and off the field are unmatched. They're not anything that you can learn in a classroom with a pencil and a pen and a piece of paper or on a laptop. And I think that the life lessons that I've learned being in college just in general and being a collegiate athlete has prepared me for what life has ahead of me after college. Family's always been super important to me, and ever since we were little, I've always looked to Heather as one of my sisters. She says that she's an only child, but in my eyes, that's wrong, because I feel like I've been her sister since we were 8 years old. And making this decision with her made it that much more fulfilling. I think coming to school with the best friend, and like she said before, there's so many people that were saying, you're gonna have to say your goodbyes eventually, you can't be on the same team every year, and what are the odds of you guys both going into the same college? And that hit us hard, and when we got this opportunity together at the same time, and making that phone call to Coach Bob together, I think that that was something special, and that's not something that best friends get to always experience. So I think that having her here has just made my experience at Hawaii that much better. I'm gonna miss my teammates. They've made my experience unmatched, and I couldn't have asked for better teammates. And looking back, that's what I'm gonna miss the most is being surrounded by such genuine people. I was just beyond blessed all 4 years to have such amazing women to be surrounded by, and I think they influenced me to who I'm gonna be, and so I'm gonna miss them more than anything, I think.
I knew I wanted to go away from home so that I could, grow up a little bit, be individual and be on my own. I didn't have to choose the farthest place, the most isolated place in the world, but I did because it was beautiful. And besides Jen coming here, why would you not want to study in Paradise and play softball in Paradise? We started since we were 8 years old, and our dads have been coaches. They didn't know anything about softball, but they both hopped right into it once we started playing, which really brought us together, all-stars and then travel ball. And we kind of moved up at the same level, we were at the same caliber, and It was really nice to have someone who could be your best friend and also just really compliment you in life, you know. And then coming here, we were both told, like, there's no way you guys are gonna go to college together, like, have fun while you can now, you know, you're gonna be separated. And come to find out we're gonna go to the same college, like, that's just nuts. So it was really awesome to know that I would have a home away from home here, you know, have a friendly face and have someone to always lean back on. This place has really helped me grow a lot. It made me grow up to be self-sufficient in, like, personality-wise and knowing what I want to do, and being able to have that support system behind me also with, you know, having the whole team and coaches that really care and, like, really keep you on your toes and make sure that you're getting things done in the classroom and on the field. It's a regimented, you know, atmosphere, and I really liked that, and it really keeps you on the straight and narrow, but also, I mean, being with the girls is probably the best part about it.
It's been the best experience of my life. I didn't know what I was signing up for by staying home. My brother went away for college, so I didn't know if I was making the right decision or not. But at the end of the day, I was super blessed to be able to see my family whenever I wanted to, play in front of my family, surround myself with the atmosphere of being in Hawaii, and just, yeah, getting the opportunity to be around everyone and the state. I'll miss everything. I miss coming to school every day, being around my teammates. They're family to me, and just to be able to play in front of such an amazing crowd, in front of my family, I'm gonna miss that the most. And to be able to wake up every day and look forward to going to softball, so that's gonna be rough, but yeah, I'm gonna miss that a lot.
I'd always wanted to go to a top softball program, and just like a lot of people, I think, I watched UH softball in 2010 make it to the World Series, and I didn't even know that Hawaii had a softball team up until that point, and so that really kind of surprised me, like, who doesn't want to play softball in Hawaii? At the end of the day, there were a lot of signs leading me to Hawaii, and my older brother was coming to school out here as well, and when I came to visit on the unofficial visit, it really just solidified that this was going to be the place that I wanted to spend my 4 years originally. Ended up being a little bit longer, but I'm super grateful for that. Being a Rainbow Wahine, it's more than words. It's a feeling. It's something that you feel every day when you're walking around campus, or even not on campus. You know, people recognize you, and we see the rainbows all the time. And I think that's something so special with our school, is that not only are we representing our school, but just the whole state and the place that we are around really connects to us. And I've always loved that the rainbows are always right over the softball field. I think as young adults, we come into college really thinking we know a lot, and I know myself especially, I felt prepared. I felt like I was ready for college, and I was thrown a loop my freshman year with the injury, but I'm just so grateful for everything that I've learned here, and I have learned skills outside of softball that have helped me with leadership and with socializing with people, and just meeting so many new people, and I think that all attributes to Hawaii and the opportunity that I've had.
Of course, I want to thank my family, especially my parents, for always supporting me and loving me through my journey and always sacrificing for me to play college softball, and also the Lopez family for taking care of me and everything they do for me here and really making this my home.
I would first and foremost, I'd like to thank my parents. I definitely would not be the person I am today or be the player I am today without them. They've put so much time and effort into making me the player I am today. And I would also like to thank my family, my brothers, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, everybody that's always come to support me and come to my games and cheer me on and be there for me every step of the way. And I would also like to thank my past coaches, my current coaches, Coach Bob, Coach Lons, Coach D, Tots, Uncle E, my athletic trainers, everyone that's made a great impact my 4 years here at UH.
Like people always say, it takes a village to raise somebody or to raise a child. And the first and foremost is my family, the sacrifices that they've made ever since I made the decision that I wanted to play softball. The money that they sacrificed, the time, the going on trips, and sitting at my games, and my dad was actually coaching me for a lot of the time too, and my sister being dragged to my games and my practices, and their sacrifices have not gone unnoticed, and I know that I don't thank them enough, so I think that this is a beautiful opportunity for me to do that in front of everybody. They don't get enough thanks from me, and I want to thank the coaches for giving me this opportunity. Ever since I was a little girl, it was my dream to play in college and to be able to play in front of my family here. I wouldn't have been able to have this opportunity without their appreciation for what I can do on the field, and I want to thank the fans for making us feel invincible. I know that we're human and we make mistakes, but they're still there every single game, and they're still cheering us on even when I have a really ugly at bat or if I make a really bad play. They're always in the stands. They always want to see us do well. I want to thank the families that are on this team. We are taken care of anywhere we go. At home, we eat the most amazing food, and talking to my other friends who go to colleges away, they don't have the same potlucks that like we do after every game, and they don't always get fed by parents when we're on the road, and the love and the support that they show, they all treat us like we're their own kids, you know. And I want to thank my teammates all throughout my experience in my college career and prior, because they've taught me to always work hard and to push beyond the limits and to believe in myself, because there were so many times where I didn't believe in myself, and it was always my teammates that were right there to pick me back up. I want to thank all the staff for taking care of us, and me especially. I know that I'm not always the easiest person to deal with, and I know that I could be needy, but they were there every step of the way, and they didn't complain, and if it weren't for them, we wouldn't be the same program that we are today.
I just want to thank Coach Bob, because he taught me that no matter what I do in life, to always reach for the fence. Coach D and Lons, because they never let you get down and they always remind you to work hard. Coach Dickey for being the best van driver and always taking me to Panda when the rest of my van wants to eat healthy. Uncle E, Tots, and Charms just for being a great staff and working hard for us, and especially my parents. My mom, she always stays rain or shine every game, and my dad for teaching me that everything I do in life I can be good at as long as I work hard. And I also want to thank all the parents, the coaches, and the players that I've crossed paths with in my long journey throughout softball, because each one of you has had a huge impact on me, and you've really shaped me to be the player and the person that I will be for the rest of my life. So thank you all for that.
Really thankful for my parents. You know, being an only child and going so far away from home, like I'm sure they were so heartbroken, but they were my rock behind everything. And also, just they love me so much, and I knew I could always fall back on them if I ever had like a rough day, a rough week, you know, a whole rough year. And I always had them, so I wouldn't have been able to get through any of this without them. And I also want to thank the coaches for giving me the opportunity and letting me live out my dream of D1 softball. And I mean, that got me my degree, and that's so awesome that I got to experience this and also get my education. That's everyone's, every little girl's dream who plays softball. And all my really good friends who I've gotten to live with and who have left and stayed here, and my whole senior class, I think we're really close, and I think that we've all gotten to share this ride together, and it's really awesome.
I want to say thank you to all my teammates, and from the beginning to the end, I've played with so many different people, even just for a short amount of time. Again, it's really taught me how to work with different people, and even all of my academic, I've worked with a lot of academic advisors throughout my years. I've worked as a mentor to all the student athletes that I've gotten to mentor. They've taught me so much. Obviously my coaches, and giving me the opportunity, I'm forever indebted to all three of my coaches, as well as Coach Dickey, who's been here, and his wife, all that she gives back to our program, all the aunties that give us food after our games, and all of our fans. I mean, there's been fans who have been here through my 6 years, every single game, going from shagging balls to wanting our autographs after the games, and I just hope that we've been able to give back to the fans in some way that they've appreciated. And our head trainer, Eric, who's just amazing in general, but he's been with me through all my injuries, and just always taking the best care of me and our whole team, and he never complains or asks for anything back. And I just really want to give a special thank you to him for all that he's done for us at Vegas. Obviously my family, being here for 6 years alongside me has meant the world to me, and just everybody from the UH family. I just really appreciate all that you guys have given to me and continue to believe in me to allow me to stay here this long, so thank you.
Thank you to the coaches, Coach Bob, for giving me the opportunity to be here, to represent the state, and for all that they've ever taught me. My family, my mom, for not missing a college game ever in my life. My dad, everyone, basically the whole state of Hawaii, everyone who's surrounding myself, and who has given me this opportunity to be here and to be the best player I could be.